Hello and welcome to this short video in which I would like to introduce the Financial Freedom Mentor app and go through some of the main screens and features. In order to do so, I am using a fictional user, Mike, and right when Mike logs in, he gets displayed the main dashboard. So right now we're on a dashboard screen, which gives an overview over the most important metrics for achieving financial freedom. So right now, for example, here in the middle, we have expense coverage. Mike is at the moment at 79%. The expense coverage is basically how much of your expenses are covered by your passive income. On the dashboard, we also see an overview over the liquid assets. We also see the run rate. So this is basically how many months Mike could live off of his current savings. We also see the progress to financial independence. And at the bottom, the projected freedom date. So in this case, it would be a bit more than 8 years. The goal that Mike set for himself would be around 6 years. So there's some space to optimize. One interesting feature about the Financial Freedom Mentor app is that we included loads of these light bulbs. So whenever you have a question or something is not clear, you can press and you get some help menu. All right, scrolling down further, we have some more metrics around net worth, total monthly income. So that includes passive and active income, the savings rate, and the debt. Moving on to the next screen at the bottom. So here's where we have the main navigation. So right now we were in the overview on the dashboard. So let's now move to the net worth screen. So this screen gives us an overview of the net worth, which is basically the total assets of Mike in this case, minus the total debt. We also see an asset allocation. So for example, we can see a big part of Mike's total assets is made up of real estate, but he also has some stock and ETFs and so on. We can then dive deeper a little bit into the assets. We can also modify certain numbers. So if, for example, the amount of stock and ETF grew, we can simply modify this in here. So that's the overview over the assets. And at the bottom, we have the same with debt. So we get a more fine-grained overview of the various different debt positions that Mike has. Then moving on to the next screen is a summary of the income. It's a very similar screen that we get presented. We have on the top an overview of the total income, which is made up of active income and passive income. We have a list of different income sources, which includes salary, rental income, dividends, and so forth. And then also what's interesting is we have side projects here at the bottom, where Mike has at the moment two. He has a YouTube channel that makes 500 euros a month, and he has a little drop shipping business where he makes 300 euros a month. So whenever there are changes in these projects, they can easily be adapted. Just click on it, and then you get all the details to change that project. Also, there's of course also the other possibility to add new projects. Okay, then let's go to the next screen, which is about expenses. Again, we have on top the summary of the total monthly expenses. These are classified into essential expenses and discretionary expenses. The app gives a range of tips or savings opportunities. And then at the bottom, we have the detailed breakdown of the various different expense positions. Okay, then the last screen that we have is our AI-based chatbot. So this chatbot is optimized for financial freedom and time richness. There are a couple of pre-defined questions which you can simply tap. And then the result is presented, or you can also simply add your own question in here. All right, then there's one more thing that's interesting, which are the micro lessons. So here on the top of the screen, we have the micro lessons just next to the settings. So let's have a look. The micro lessons are presented once a week, and it's a range of different topics covering the time-free mindset, savings, investing, debt, income, and habits. And then they're all listed here. You can also filter according to lessons. For example, if we tap here on income, all the lessons around income are presented, or if you click on investing, all the lessons around investing are presented. And then the last menu item and then the last menu item I would like to show is just simply the settings here in the top right. Gives some basic information about Mike and his subscription status. Mike can update his financial profile. So this is basically the onboarding process that a user goes through the first time they sign up. But things may change, so that then he can also manually update his financial profile. There are some weekly check-in reminders. So we recommend that once a week you update your financial figures and metrics, so your expenses, your income, for example. There's also a possibility to do a guided tour, which explains the main features, pretty much what I'm doing just right now. And we have a referral program. So every time you refer a friend or someone you know, and this person becomes a paying subscriber, you will get 20% off of your subscription. So if you refer 5 friends, you will get the Financial Freedom Mentor entirely for free. Okay, and that concludes our short tutorial video. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with us. You can find us on our website, which is financialfreedommentor.app. Feel free to contact Okay, and that concludes our short tutorial video about the Financial Freedom Mentor. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us either through the application, or if you just go to our website, financialfreedommentor.app. Thanks for watching.